But what if, right, it's not your shame? What if it's the body just saying, hey, here's this old file. We always run it when we get in these situations, but I think you might be tired of it. So I'm going to run it a lot and see if you want me to do something else with it. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Okay, my beloveds, here we are. There's a week 3. I didn't even know there was going to be a week 3. We started with prioritizing your mental health. Then we moved on to prioritizing your physical health. And here we are talking about prioritizing your energetic health, which when you bring these 3 into alignment, this is when you begin to see the real change, right? And I know some of you listening, you've done so much work, right? You've been on this journey a while. This is not new to you. And the true change, the next level, the next step, right? After we are clear in our minds, we've done all the mental work, we've cleared our trauma, we've looked at all the places, we've done the EMDR, we've done the trauma therapy, we really see ourselves deeply, right? And we know ourselves deeply. And then we've done the physical work, right? You're exercising daily, you're eating right, you're moving, you're in communities, you are really being surrounded by people that you love, doing what you love, really monitoring and cultivating this physical relationship, right? You've prioritized that in your life. And yet, something's still missing. You can't quite get at those places, those parts, the ones that just keep seeming to loop in the background, and they just come back around for another layer and another layer. Well, this, my loves, is where we get into the energetics. Your energetic body that lays over your physical body, it exists outside time and space. You exist, your body exists inside time and space, right? Those are the laws of this planet that we incarnated on. But a lot of you lives outside time and space. So when something is looping, when you just can't seem to drill down and get to the nugget, this is where the energetics are so potent and powerful, because what's happening is you are looping into that event, and it'll show itself through thoughts, through emotions, through sensations, through experiences, right? It will actually leap out into the physical and recreate relationships and events in order for you to be able to see it. This is just how incredible the system is and how the whole process works. So the magic lives when you start to get into the energetics and you bring in the energetic tools and you start to have a framework to work in where you're still using your mental, emotional, physical tools, right? They're still super powerful and potent. And yet you add on the energetic. And now you have this incredible symbiosis of things that are all working together to bring you down to the nuggets. And I have found that the nuggets typically live in our core wounds, right? Those places we hide, that we say anything but that. Once you go away, then I can do everything I want and be exactly who I want to be. And yet this is the trap of that place, right? Because what those thoughts are doing is they are defending you, right? They are there protecting you from all the bad things that they think could happen. And so you want to hide them because when you were a little tiny person, they decided that this was the way the world worked in this particular place. And then they got lost outside time and space, and they are diligently loving you, showing up every day over and over and over again for you, only because they love you. And they think that this is the way to protect you. So when we have the tools to get into these places energetically, right? Not emotionally, we do that work separately. But when we energetically get into these places and we clean them up on the energetic level and the spiritual level, this is when the body can say, oh, you didn't want me to be doing that? But I've done it all your life. I thought that's what you wanted. And we get to let the body know that, hey, they can rewrite that program. It can rewrite that program. It no longer needs to hold it for you. You're grown up now. You move through the world differently. You have more tools. You're okay. And then you build this beautiful relationship with the body where you learn the body's signals, right? This is why we talked about last week, being embodied is so important, because when you become embodied, you can actually have a relationship with your body that is always trying to tell you something. Our current world has made everything emotional and everything personal. So anytime any little red flag goes up inside your body, we call it mine, my fear, my anxiety, my uncertainty, my shame, my guilt, my judgment. But what if it's not yours? What if it's none of those things? What if it's the way that the body learned to get your attention? And when you feel that shame rise inside you, rather than saying this is shame, what if you recognize that the body is just pulling out an old file that got installed when you were 5 years old and something awful happened on the playground that made you feel shame, in quotes, for the first time. And now anytime anything reminds you of that, your body pulls out the shame file and splats it across the screen of your mind. And you revert to a 5-year-old embarrassed little girl. But what if, right, it's not your shame? What if it's the body just saying, hey, here's this old file. We always run it when we get in these situations. But I think you might be tired of it. So I'm going to run it a lot and see if you want me to do something else with it. And so you start to depersonalize that flooding of shame in your body. And you start to realize that your body is actually lovingly trying to send you a message to ask you if you still actually want to run this old program from when you were 5 years old. Or are you ready to update it and install something that is more congruent with the life that you have created today? Same with judgment, right? Anytime you feel judgment, I can bet it feels the same every single time you feel it. Different circumstances, different set of criteria happening. But if you get really quiet and pay attention in those moments, judgment will feel like judgment again and again and again. Whether it's yours, someone else's, from the inside, from the outside, it's a file that's running. And you now have the tools to decide what you want to do with that. Do you want to keep running it, or do you want to go in and clean it up? And then the body is like, oh, thanks for the update. Thanks for the new program that you just installed. I'd love to work with you with this. Let's go out and do what we need to do, minus the shame, the fear, the judgment, right? Fill in the blank of whatever your flavor is. So this is the beauty of prioritizing energetic care. We work in these places, right? We let the body show us where the body needs help. And then we have the tools to go in there and work with the body, and we form this partnership. The body becomes your ally. Your fear becomes your ally. Your criticism becomes your ally, your judgment becomes your ally, the inner critic inside you becomes your ally, because they are giving you the information that you need in order to make the adjustments. And the energetic tools is where you make those adjustments. This is the key. This is that thing that will change you on a cellular level. This is the thing that will help you raise your vibration, right? Because once those old programs that are resonating at a lower vibration are pulled out and upgraded, now all of your field starts to have a higher vibration. More life force can run through you. More spiritual connection can run through you. More earth energy can run through you, because we're cleaning up the places where it bumps up against and gets stuck with like an error light flashing. Blink, 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 blink. What do I do here? I've encountered an error and I don't know what to do. But we've become so desensitized from the fact that we have an energetic field and that we live in this incredibly intelligent body that we just don't have the tools or the consciousness to understand it. So if you're ready to take this to that level, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I've done so much work and I need that next thing. Come join us in the journey, because this is what we do in the journey. We are learning to work with all the realms and all the layers. We use shamanic energy medicine tools. We use modern energy medicine tools complemented and combined with the ancient ones, right? We have so many different practices and ways that we filter through, and we learn to become embodied, and we learn the energetic tools, and we care for ourselves, and we are here together in community, learning, growing, expanding, loving, laughing, all the things. Reach out to me if you're interested. If you feel that pull, right? The thread of your soul that I love to call it. When you feel that pull, you know it's for you. It's time to say yes, right? Don't let that card sit in your wallet in that tiny pocket for a year, the way mine did, right? In the mental health episode I was talking about. Make a choice today. The portal's open. We're gathering. There's a link in the show notes. Come be with us. Let's get wild and crazy and just absolutely delightfully delicious together on this incredibly hard ride that we're all on, right? Mwah. I love you.